Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Atreus, and we are bringing you that gaming, entertainment, news, commentary, and analysis. All right, live from the ATL. And today, we got to do our House of the Dragon Episode 1 review. It is a doozy. Let's get it after the drop. That's what I'm talking about. That is what the hell I'm talking about. That is how you do a season 1 episode. That is how you do a good man. Let's get into it. All right. So I'm just gonna do a quick little review. First of all, spoilers. Second of all, housekeeping. Go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on the notification bell. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the month. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I thought we was gonna hit 100 last night. We didn't, but it's all good. You know, no stressing, no tripping, none of that. We gonna hit it. Follow me on Instagram, ATRAES_. Follow me on Twitter, the number 4, TRAES. All right, let's get into it. The House of the Dragon premiere broke the internet, broke HBO Max's app, and rightfully fucking so, because it was lit. It was a good start. They did everything right. I know there was a lot of talk about it being woke, but I'm gonna be honest with you. If on a scale from 1 to 10, how woke is this show? Maybe a 2. All right, it ain't woke. Now we got more episodes to go, but goddamn it, first of all, let's just say it is woke. They do it the right fucking way. I went to school for digital filmmaking. I didn't graduate because goddamn it, that school was expensive as fuck. But and you know, we pay for everything with EBT cards around here. All right, so understand. One of the first lessons you're taught as a storyteller is to show, not tell. All right. The one thing that this show does that She-Hulk didn't do is it showed, didn't fucking tell. Because first of all, let's just get into it. Let's just start. Again, spoilers. So if you're still here, you already know. So the show starts off introducing us to the concept of the Targaryens. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I might have to go back and rewatch all of Game of Thrones just to make sure there's no continuity errors, because there might be some experts out there that might find some problems with this story that maybe I didn't see. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch everything and squint when I watch and shit to make sure I ain't missing nothing. All right. But you know, they're explaining the hierarchy of the Targaryens and whatever the case may be, and then we're introduced into Veneria. Okay, Veneria Targaryen. I think that's how you say her name. And the first thing I want to say is this is the masterclass on how to set up a strong female character. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. All right, she has her own personal issues that she's dealing with. We're dealing with a time in which, yes, women were how do you say, they were oppressed. Okay, the thing with Veneria is that she's the daughter of a king who's looking for a son to be the heir to his throne. All right, it is not far-fetched for a young girl to feel unloved by her father because he always wanted a son so he could ascend to the throne, and so she feels slighted by that. A lot of the times, in order to understand these things, I try to put myself in the shoes of the character, where no matter the gender, no matter the orientation, the race, or whatever the case may be, how do they feel? And if that was your daughter, right? Picture in modern day times, you have a daughter, maybe you have a CEO company or something like that, and you're trying to have you can't even love your daughter 100% the right way because you're looking for a fucking son. That's her battle. That's the demons that she's battling right now, and you know, she's nervous, she's unassuming, she's not really all that confident. Her friend, I'm not sure their relationship. I don't know if they seem a little bit, you know, if you get what I'm saying, but I don't. Then towards the end of the episode, I didn't get that. When they was kind of like having like the little flirty relationship with some of the knights that were down doing the little games, seemed like they like boys, but in the beginning I thought they might have been. But you know, that's not a problem or anything. But yeah, though. So we're introduced to her. And I don't know if I want to go on a play by play for the episode, I have to rewatch it again to do a play by play, because I was kind of late on doing my review, but she has a good relationship with the brother Damon. Right, we're gonna talk about more about Damon later. Their relationship is kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? He kind of dude is a fucking creep, bro, and I love it. If you one thing you're gonna learn about me on this channel is I love villains. But anyway, we're gonna get back into Damon in a minute. So Veneria, let's just say her struggle is she wants to be king, but she knows she's a woman. We all know back during those times, it is not likely for a woman to be a king. They're doubted, whatever the case may be. And, understandably so. But towards the end, what we learn is that her mother is pregnant. And they've been having miscarriages after miscarriages, trying to deliver a son. And her mother is over it. This is the feminist ideology. This is the feminist message that I love, right? We all like to dunk on the feminists. I love dunking on feminists, but they showed, not tell. The mother didn't go on some fucking monologue on how bad it sucks being a woman because the only thing that we're used for is being fucking living incubators. Nah, she was like, man, I'm going through all of this pain. This pregnancy is a bitch. I've lost children after children after children. And while she takes pride in being a mother, she's sick of that shit, bro. And so she flats out tells the king, man, if this little nigglet that comes out of me is not a boy, I'm not doing this anymore. And I'm right with her, because the thing I would think about is here in the year 2022, what if that was my sister, right? What if that was my fucking sister? Or my cousin, or whatever the case that I love dearly, and she's going through all of this hell trying to get this man a son. Luckily, we don't live in times like this where you have to have a son to continue your dynasty or your dynasty, however you want to say it. But I felt what she was going through, having all those miscarriages, and because of seeing what her mother went through. This is realistic. Seeing what her mother has gone through, having all these miscarriages, the pain of being pregnant all the time. Veneria don't want to do that shit. She want to be a warrior. And I don't fucking blame her. Because if that was my sister, struggling like that, having all the miscarriages, whew. And so Veneria doesn't want to be, she doesn't see that as herself. But she's not confident enough to just come out like Arya Stark and be like, man, fuck this shit. I ain't no fucking woman, bro. Like, fuck that shit. Or whatever. And so I love that she's struggling. Now, hopefully we continue to play this out over the series, and we'll see her rise to the throne over future seasons. She's a little bit young now, but I think that was the proper way to do that. Now, towards the end, let's talk about the king himself. This man is faced with an impossible decision. First of all, he ain't shit, but he is the shit. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. This man is faced with the decision of choosing the life of his wife or the life of his child, his son. And he don't even know if it's a son. That's what's funny. He don't even know if it's a boy. She's pregnant. She's having complications. Y'all know when women get to a certain age, it becomes harder for them to deliver children, and it becomes high risk. And she was going through it. And so he's faced with a decision. They pretty much come up and tell him, hey, listen, either we save her life or we save the child's life, or you can just leave it up to God and see what happens. But right now, it ain't looking good. He chose to save the child. Now, I'm going to tell you right here, right now. In 2022, if I was faced with that decision, I'm choosing my wife every fucking time. Because here's the truth. A man is fucking useless in the first 5 to 6 years of a child's life. Call me sexist. We are useless. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna breastfeed the little nigglet? Nah. You think I'm changing diapers? No. Let me go out and get the bread. You know what I'm saying? While you nurture the fuck out this baby, because you put this baby in my hands. The only thing I can do is go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm useless. I'm too logical for a baby. Give me the child when he turns 7 years old, and I can start instilling discipline, principles, and morality into him, because that's the man's job. So I'm choosing my wife because it's gonna sound fucked up, but I can always make another kid. Good mothers are rare, but believe me, good mothers are rare, especially here in America. But I can say that because I'm not the fucking king of Westeros, and and my decision not to have an heir doesn't send the realm into war and chaos. So this man's faced with an impossible decision. And what's even more fucked up is he chooses to save the child. The child comes out, his wife dies, his queen dies, and so does the fucking child. Boy, I was sick because the entire time I'm trying to guess what's going to happen. I'm like, oh man, this man done chose the kid, and the kid finna come out a goddamn girl. The kid came out a boy. I was like, okay, well at least you did that, but I know you ain't gonna be feeling like shit for the rest of your life. Then they buried the child dead. I said, after making, just imagine being a man making that decision and you lose both your queen and your child. They ain't have guns back then, but I would have went to the highest point of Westeros and just jumped off. I don't want to be king no more. Y'all niggas descend into chaos. Y'all descend into chaos and war. Y'all can do that shit. I just killed my wife and my fucking son died, and because you can tell he really loved his he really loved his queen. He really did. He wasn't like the Baratheon from where he was out there busting open all type of prostitutes and in the brothel all the time with kids all over the place. Not saying he never cheated. I'm just saying you could tell he loved his wife, or his queen. All right, and so after that, he struggled with the decision on whether to make Daemon or his daughter the heir to the throne. Let's talk about Daemon. I love great villains, man. This dude here, great casting, because this motherfucker just looked like a creep. I mean, he ain't got to say shit. When he come on the screen, yeah, that nigga has murdered somebody before. I mean, look at that man's face, man. Look at his face. That dude is a creep. In real life, you can't convince me that he gets laid on the regular. Because one good look at this nigga is like, you a school shooter? Am I gonna get canceled for that? Either way. So his plight is that, you can say his role is kind of cliche. He thinks his brother's a little weak. He's a little off the chain. He's a psychopath. But he is the king's brother. And so towards the end, what happens is after the baby dies and the queen dies, he and his little team have a little bit of a celebration, I suppose. And Hightower, which is, I want to say the coin master, reports back to the king and say, hey yo, while you was in here mourning the loss of your son and your queen, your whole ass brother was out there celebrating. Now Hightower doesn't like Daemon, so I kind of felt like this is a little manipulated a little bit, but I don't know. So of course the king confronts his brother, and his brother tells him, hey, look, man, the truth is, I think you a bitch ass nigga. I think you need me. I think you soft. I think you ain't gonna do shit. And I should be heir. And the king says, man, get the fuck on up out of here, man. Bye. I don't see you no more. I want to kick it with you. I want to skate with you. Snatch the chain off. All that. You know what I'm saying? And so he's set up. Hold on, I got something too. He's set up to be a very interesting villain. One criticism, though, I do wish they would have played that out a little bit longer over the show. It happened too fast. I will criticize that. So it ain't a perfect episode. But, and so after that, the king ultimately decides that he wants Veneria to be the heir to the throne. And she's relieved, and you can tell he's so nervous about this. This is how I know this is authentic. He's not like happy to get this to her because he knows the throne is no place for a woman. That's not to be sexist. Y'all gotta understand. The throne, in order to be a king, remember what King T'Chaka told T'Challa in the first Black Panther movie? He says, you are a good man, and it's hard for a good man to be king. Okay? Being a king causes for you to make decisions that's going to haunt you for the rest of your life. It is no place for a woman on a consistent basis to have to deal with stuff like this. Especially if you're a good woman with good morals and things like that. Because men understand we got to make sacrifices, and sometimes we got to make choices that we don't like. Like, you know, whatever. We're just gonna say that. And so he knows that in her mind she's getting the crown, but in his mind he's giving her a curse. And she's a little bit nervous. She's unassuming. She's like, okay, I'm actually going to get the throne. She has that relief, and he has this growth where it's like it took the death of another son and his queen to realize I've been wasting my time putting my woman through the ringer to give me a son, and the entire time my daughter is capable of doing it. That's off rip. You got character growth, and she's growing too, because while she's happy to take the throne, she's nervous. She don't know anything about being king, and I hope that they don't fuck this up by making her like a Mary Sue, a ruler, right? I hope that she has growing pains. She goes through stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, she learns how to be a warrior. He's gonna have to teach her. He starts off. This is how you know it. She's growing because he's telling her stuff that a king would tell the heir. He goes, listen, the idea that we control these dragons is a fucking lie. And you need to know that shit immediately. That's what I'm talking about. Teach her. And I hope that they keep this. Here's some other some other tidbits. Great costume design. I love the costumes, especially Daemon's armor. Woo! Daemon was out there looking like a real boss. He looked like a boss fight in For Honor or some shit. I love the politics. There was some bad wigs, man. Y'all gotta take them wigs off of black people. I don't know why y'all was so dead set on putting black people in this, but yeah, I take them wigs off them niggas, man. That shit looks so bad. But anyway, man, I'm not gonna give this a number rating because I just think that it's dangerous to do that when you have a week by week episode release thing. But this is about as close to perfect as you can get. This is how you introduce a strong female character. She has flaws. She has an obvious growth tree. She's gonna have to become more confident. She's gonna have to become more dominant. She's gonna have to become more assertive. She's gonna have to become more ruthless. She's gonna have to learn how to defend herself. She's gonna have to learn that as a woman, there's gonna be a lot of people that's not gonna take her seriously, and she's gonna have to say that shit with her chest. That's how you do a strong female character. You don't do it by yelling at the fucking screen about how bad it sucks to be a woman. They showed you how it sucks to be a woman, where a man decided the fate of a woman because she was pregnant. And there was nothing she could do about it. So that is my review. Hopefully they keep it going. Shout out to them. 10 million viewers on the first night. Man, Lord of the Rings better come with it. Because if you get outdone by Game of Thrones, it's not gonna look good, Amazon. So let me know what y'all think. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe. This has been my House of the Dragon episode 1 review. About as close to perfect as you can get. Again, I'm not gonna give it a numerical but you know what? Fuck it. That's what y'all come here for. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Fuck it. Fuck the critics. Fuck the politics. We're gonna go ahead and do it. 9 out of fucking 10. Let's go, House of the Dragon. Hopefully, y'all can make up for that bullshit y'all did in season 8 of Game of Thrones. Let's get it. Catch y'all later.